Hi guys, this is Lisa from Adventures in Living Healthy and Happy.com, and this is my first video, my introductory video. So I'm super excited. First video, so I apologize if it's grainy or if it doesn't look good, but as I go through and get better at it, I will produce some better videos. But I was excited and wanted to try it firsthand. But I want to introduce www.adventuresinlivinghealthyandhappy.com, and it's my blog, and I started it to help people become aware of how to live healthy and happy. And not by killing yourself in the gym, and not by, we all want to eat healthy, and we all should eat healthy, and live a better life. It makes us happier. It's just what we should do, as a whole, for our families, for our children. We should take care of ourselves. I mean, we only get one God pod. That's it. And we should take care of it. So, in saying that, I will be your human guinea pig. So, I have done several things over the years as far as how to get healthy. In 2011, I believe it was, I was diagnosed with fibroid tumors. And I had 12 of them, I believe, 11 or 12. And they were, some were massive, some were very large, to like maybe a size of an orange, and others were probably, the size of a small ball, So, I was recommended to have a hysterectomy. So my doctor's nurse called me when we got the diagnosis to find out exactly what was going on with me, and the question she asked was, how attached was I to my uterus? And my explanation was, at the moment, I'm very attached to it, but I'm not married to it. It didn't bother me that they wanted to do a hysterectomy. What bothered me was that I did not want to have another surgery. Excuse me. And I had had at that point 7 surgeries, and two were to remove a lump in my breast, and the others were hernia repairs. I have a sort of connective tissue disorder where I get hernias, and what that is a thinning of the fascia lining. And two things, it's hereditary, and it comes from pregnancies, from the stretching of the lining, the fascia lining, and being overweight and losing weight, because the fascia lining stretches also. So anyway, I had these surgeries, and was tired of being cut on, tired of going under anesthesia. It was just really daunting on me, to say the least. So I was like, I thought about it overnight, and I cried. And not because of the diagnosis, like I said, the surgeries were just too much for me, and I did not want to have another one if I didn't have to. Excuse me. So I did a little research. So first thing was, the nurse told me the procedure, and it was a procedure called a Da Vinci. So I looked it up online, and I It was a robot, really cool procedure. I am one of those who loves to see different medical, I will watch a surgery. I will, I am fascinated by it. I'm fascinated about information. So what I did was I researched it. So I was like, well, I can't have that particular surgery because it's laparoscopic. And they would have to go through my belly button in order to perform it for the scope, for them to see inside of me. So I told the nurse that that couldn't happen. I have scar tissue there from my previous surgeries. And it's funny how doctors and nurses just don't think you know what you're talking about. And they're like, well, let the surgeon decide. I said, okay, fine. So what I did was I contacted my surgeon in Detroit where I had had my surgery. I now live in Arkansas. So contacted him and asked him to send my records to the surgeon before I had my consultation. So I did that. I go for my consultation, and when I get there, the doctor had not read over my my records. So I'm talking, it really concerned me. So he asked me what did I want to do. And my answer was I didn't want surgery. There's other options. So he looks over my records as we're talking, and he says there's no way he would do the surgery because it was too risky. Now, if I had not have taken my health into my own hands, I will probably not be sitting here talking to you in this video. So I was like, okay, so what are my other options? My other options were, they call it immobilization. So I was like, okay, but you have to go under for that. Now I was kind of, on the fence about it. So I checked it out and had made an appointment was making an appointment to go in. And I talked to the nurse, and what she informed me of was that in doing that, it would not be the last time. And it would not remove all of them. It would only remove some of them. And what happens is they inject you, and it's this sand-like substance, and they hit the fibroids, and it cuts the blood flow to them. So, in saying all of this, I was like, there has to be something else. And I just thought there had to be something with food. Something I eat, there's something that I did or why I'm getting this, and it is, I need to see what I can do. So the first book I got, I went online to see about foods and what foods would, help me with this. Because what fibroids are like tumors inside the uterus. So there was things you could do. So I found out just in probably less than 24 hours is that dairy feeds tumors. It feeds them, they grow, and I'm a cheese girl. I love macaroni and cheese, I love grilled cheese and tomato soup and everything. So that day I made the decision, no more dairy. Meat with antibiotics and steroids and everything else also contributes. So what I did was the first book, I went to the library. I am a library girl. I'm a huge reader. And I went to the library, and one of the first books I got was The Kind Diet by Alicia Silverstone. And purchased that, well, not purchased, but picked up the book from the library and was going through that. And it explained the different things talked about the same thing I have read online about the dairy and what it causes, and also what the meat does as far as the antibiotics. And then it talked about what foods blocks and cuts the blood flow to tumors. And those were sea vegetables and miso. So, as you know, went straight to my Chinese grocery store, got some miso, got some recipes, how to make miso soup, how to incorporate the sea vegetables, and all of that. But needless to say, I went vegan for a year. Excuse me. And I had 11 fibroid tumors. And at the end of the year, when I went back for my ultrasound, I had 7. So I'm like, this is a great thing. This works. So, in essence, I started eating meat again. I eat a lot of protein. I do eat, the only thing that I eat that may have hormones and things in it would be turkey. But I don't eat a lot of that ground turkey. But they have a, I forget the name of it, but I'll tell you. A brand at Sam's Club that has no antibiotics and no hormones injected into them. Really good chicken, very tender. It's great. So now I buy that. I still watch my dairy. I do eat dairy, cheese every now and then, but that's very far and few between. But I'm about to go back. I'm about to go on a clean eating diet, which dairy will be completely cut out for 30 days. And that's why I'm doing this video. 1, to introduce myself to you. And 2, on June 1st, I am starting a clean eating and fitness challenge. And it will be on a slow carb kind of diet. There's no dairy, no sugar, and it's just good food. Good clean vegetables. I make this very, very good smoothie, excuse me, that I love, and I call it the Super Chick Smoothie. The recipe is on my website at www.adventuresinlivinghealthyandhappy.com. And so I just want for you to come with me on my journey, for 1, and see what happens. I will make another video and show you exactly how big I am or how much I weigh. Actually, I weigh about 186 now. I used to weigh 265 pounds. So I've lost quite a bit of weight. I kept at 265 and would teeter around 210 for several years. 200, 210. And I lost some more weight. So this is going to be a great adventure for me. In addition to my blog, on my blog I talk about different things. One is like the 80-20 rule, how to do 20% and get an 80% result. You know, I am huge on efficiency, big results for little effort, because we all have busy lives. I'm a single mom. I work a full-time job. I'm trying to get up my career off as far as blogging and writing ebooks and things of that sort. So I'm trying to do all of this in a 24-hour period, and just live a happy life, you know, travel with my children, my boys, and everything like that. So it's, my goal is through me to help you live healthy and happy without killing ourselves, in essence. You know, going to the gym, you know, I figured out, you know, going to the gym, if you go 1 hour a day, that's only 4%, you know, and you only give 4%, you know, that's less than 20. So if you go for an hour And I've had to do some adjustments, you know. Luckily, I have an employer, you know, who is really big on health. You know, the company I work with, and my boss, you know, she's great, and she gave me the opportunity. I asked her if I could change my hours and come in later and work later. So instead of going in from 8 to 4:30, I work 9 to 5:30. You know, it was a sacrifice that I had to make, but my kids are older, so that helped. So I can go to the gym, still wake up at the same time, but I can go to the gym Monday through Friday for an hour, come back, and I'm going to tell you, I feel great. After I work out and come back, it's like somebody has given me this happy pill, and I am chipper all morning, and I know all day really, and I know I get on a lot of people's nerves because I am just so damn happy. So, in saying that, just like for you to follow me. Let's see what adventures and journeys that we can go on together. And that's it. So, I love you. Peace out. And let's just take the journey, you guys. Let's only take the first step. So, I will be back before the 1st and give you a rundown of the list, the shopping list, the foods that we're going to eat, the exercises that we're going to do as far as my workouts, everything that I'm going to do, and see where this leads to and what we do. So, later guys, and remember, www.adventuresinlivinghealthyandhappy.com. That's www.adventuresinlivinghealthyandhappy.com. See you soon.